That being said, I sound a little nasally and I might even cough or sneeze during this class, but um, it's just allergies in the air. It's just that North Carolina pollen that's so thick. So please forgive me if that happens. And great transition into what we're talking about today, forgiveness. Something that a lot of us struggle with when we have been through these toxic, heartbreaking relationships. Um, so let's just hang out a second and see who else shows up before I really dive in. Let me know in the chat box where you're listening from, and if you want, share with us what it is that you need to why you're here. Like, what is the forgiveness piece that you need to work on? Is it a past breakup? Is it something from family, childhood stuff? Let me know. How to forgive what you cannot forget. This title came from actually one of my, somebody in my group. I have a Facebook group called Life After Narcissism. And I had asked some kind of a question, and this is what came up. But in the meantime, welcome to the Self-Love Revolution classroom, everyone. I am so excited that you're here. My name is Denise Kavalauskas. If you don't know about me, I'm just going to give you a little glimpse of who I am, how I'm here to show up like this for you, and a little bit of my backstory. So I'm so happy that you're all here. I support women and men in healing the process after narcissistic relationships, abusive relationships, and toxic relationships. And, we've all been through one, right? We've all been through some type of, whether it's emotional abuse, financial abuse, some type of abuse. So you may be wondering, who is this woman? If you don't know me, who's this woman here talking about narcissistic relationships and how to heal from them? I can do this because I was there. I am now a transformational love coach who specializes in helping women and men heal from these toxic relationships. But there was a point in my life where I was in one myself. And I've done this for myself. I've come out of this, I've healed this, and I moved on from the past. And that was a 22-year toxic relationship filled with traumas and chaos. Where I was lied to, cheated on, abused emotionally, mentally, psychologically, financially, and sometimes physically. So one of the stories that I like to share is that in the first trimesters of both of my pregnancies, I tested positive for an STD. And I survived years of my ex's abuse, and now on the other side of that, thriving. And that's what I want for you too. And that's why I share all of these. What has been taught to me is the 3 keys to healing, and forgiveness is one of them. And these 3 keys were taught to us by our Greek masters, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, masters like that. So I want this for you too. I want you to thrive after abuse. I want you to find your true love and be happier now, just like I have. So the first steps that I had taken were I had to learn how to love myself again. Who can resonate with that? Like, you feel like you've lost yourself in that relationship and you feel like you have to find yourself again. And so you need to love yourself again as well. The other steps I had to do was build up my self-esteem back up again. I had to let go of the guilt and shame that was keeping me stuck. Let me know if any of that resonates with you. So since I left and healed from the past, I created a successful online business where I have taken my pain and turned it into my passion to help you and other women just like you get through, over, and thrive after toxic relationships. And last year in June, I married my best friend on the most gorgeous North Carolina beach with 100 of our closest guests, friends, and family. And now only having healthy relationships. I've even healed the relationship between my son and myself. And that's a whole nother workshop topic that I could give to you, how to have a relationship with a high confrontational child of yours. or a child that's just like your ex. Ugh. I've written an Amazon international bestseller and personally helping tons of women and counting heal from toxic love so that you can experience what true love feels like. That's my whole goal for you. So this journey wasn't easy, and I'm never going to claim that it happened yesterday and here I am today. I'm never going to sugarcoat things because I believe in the truth. I believe in knowing the exact steps it took to get here. So it wasn't easy, but without a doubt, it was worth it because I'm worth it and you're worth it, right? That's how you have to think of things like this, right? Are you worth the time? Are you worth the investment? Hell, yes, you are. So I want you to experience that feeling of healing too. I want you to experience what this feeling of healing on the other side of toxic relationships is like, where you can have a discussion about your past and there's no charge to it, meaning you don't get emotional, you don't get pissed off, angry, hurt, crying, or even anxiety, the anxiety building up inside of you. It is 100% possible for you to get to that stage where you can talk about the past and not have any of those negative emotions to it. So the start of my journey was that I left that relationship and my entire family and moved here to North Carolina where there's thick pollen to start all over again. I left everything behind in Florida. My son, my family, my friends, the only life I've ever known, the only state that I had ever lived in. And I cried crossing over the North Carolina state line because I was leaving everything behind. And it was hard to leave it all behind and start all over again. But I knew, I just had this feeling inside of me. I just knew that it was going to be the most amazing, going to be so amazing on the other side. And I knew I had to do this for myself. It was necessary for me to do this for my own sanity, for my own emotional well-being, right? So what I've gained since starting my healing journey is an unbelievable feeling of love in all areas of my life. All the pain, the hurt, the abuse, the confusion, the uncertainty, the lack of trust, the lack of self-confidence, and the lack of self-love are all gone. And my clients receive this too. They receive a smooth divorce from her high confrontational husband. They receive everything that she asked for in the divorce, doubling her income, her salary. Another client manifested the top company that she wanted to work with. She said, I manifested more than what I was asking for. And another client of mine met the man of her dreams in the middle of a pandemic, and they now bought a house. They were house hunting, and now they've purchased their first house together. So you're in the right place if you're done with attracting toxic relationships, toxic people in relationships, and you're ready to experience what a new and healthy relationship looks like. But this is not for you if you're still blaming your circumstances on other people and do not want to solve this problem. So my mission is to show you that if I can come out on the other side from toxic relationships and a failed marriage, so can you. So are you ready to learn the exact steps I took to overcome toxic relationships and find true love? Let me know in the chat. Give me a yes in the chat if you are ready to learn the exact steps that I took to overcome toxic relationships and find true love. And my promise to you is that you'll get clarity on this call today of how to forgive what you cannot forget and what you need to do next to stop the patterns and cycles so that you have your own best friend. And in return, I ask that you are fully present here so that you can gain the most value and information that will change your life. So I always say, be engaging and ask questions. That question that you may be thinking is irrelevant or even stupid is the exact question that someone else may be wanting to ask. It wasn't, brave enough to ask, so to speak. All right, hold on. Let me let somebody else in, and I'm gonna mute everybody. I'm just gonna mute for the background noise. All right. Yes. All right. Oh my God, you guys got a whole thing going on in the chat. Didn't even see that. Yay. I love it. Awesome. Okay. So tips for watching this workshop. I always say be here with us. You don't need to take notes. Mia is going to send out a replay of this. So just be present with us right now. When you get the replay, you can then go over it and pause and take notes, pause and take notes. It's really important for you to be really present here today. That's going to help you out a lot with gaining the tools and tips here that you're asking for. All right. So, are you ready to be fully present? Are you ready to heal from narcissistic relationships and learn how to forgive what you cannot forget? Because I'm ready to show you. So during this workshop, you're going to learn how to forgive what you cannot forget. I'm going to show you how to let go of the past and the exact steps to releasing the past so that you can let new and healthy relationships in. Here we go. So the lies, the cheating, the yelling, the screaming has all been imprinted in your head because for years, this is what you've been through. So you have the right to feel angry, hurt, pissed off, confused, and frustrated. Feel those feelings and let them process through you and then release them. Walking on eggshells and trying to do whatever to please someone in a relationship and not having your needs met is not fair. It's not fair to you. And if you have children, it's not fair to them either to see that is what a relationship looks like, because ultimately that's a lie. And unfortunately, what our kids do is they go out into the world and they repeat what they know to be normal. So what about you? When is it your turn to be happy? How do you forgive what you cannot forget? I'm going to copy and paste a link in here for you that you guys can grab. I want you to use this for yourself. There is the link. I go into detail. Yeah, walking on eggshells. Yeah, it's common in these types of relationships. All right, letting go of the past releases you from the internal prison you've put yourself in, because it's a choice to let go and move on. So when you insist on holding on to something that's hurting you, who does that serve? Who benefits from this? Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. That's a quote by Buddha. So like I was saying, our great masters, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all gave us this solution more than 2,000 years ago, and it's forgiveness. And the only way to heal your emotional wounds, your past, is through forgiveness. 3 of the healing ways came from these great masters. And before I could share my story, I share a little bit with you, but before I could share my story with no charge to it, without me, because there was a time when I couldn't utter some of the words that I say without going into the ugly cry. But before I could do that, I had to forgive. I had to forgive my ex. I had to forgive myself for what I put up with all those years, what I allowed my children to go through, the traumas and the dramas. Letting go of grudges and bitterness can make way for happiness, health, and peace. Healthier relationships. 2, greater spirituality and psychological well-being, less anxiety and stress and hostility. So I'm going to run through about 5 benefits that you will receive by forgiving, whatever it is that you may be holding on to. 1, it lowers your stress levels. So forgiveness lowers the amount of cortisol. 2, it keeps your heart healthy. Forgiveness is literally good for the heart. I go deeper into this on my webinars about the studies that have been done around this. that shows that forgiveness is good for your heart. Number 4, having a forgiving heart may lower both emotional and physical pain. So everything inside of you is messaging you. So if you're still going through emotional pain, it will manifest into physical pain and sometimes an illness or a dis-ease. And so by forgiving the past, the experiences, what should or shouldn't have done, and yourself, this is what helps with with all of that. That's been manifested. Forgiveness. Forgiveness lowers blood pressure. Letting go of that anger you've been harboring might lower your blood pressure, because think about it. When you're holding on to something that hurt you from the past, it's running in your subconscious mind. Even though you go about your day, even though you may have a successful business or career, a great mom, having or dad, having that play out in your subconscious mind is going to have an energy to it. So I call it like this clenching, tightening energy. And when you forgive what happened, when you forgive yourself, it releases that energy, because that negative old energy isn't serving you. It's harming you. It's hurting you. So and finally, forgiveness extends life. Your grudges may be shaving years off of your life. Forgive and you'll live. But true forgiveness is easier said than done, no doubt. I know you may even be thinking while I'm saying this, yeah, right, Denise. How you like I have X, Y, and Z that happened to me when I was, at this age or whatever. Easier said than done. So again, I'm not going to lie to you or sugarcoat anything. It can be difficult, especially if someone truly upset you in a way that contracted your values and morals. However, it's important to remember that holding that grudge is not going to fix anything. That hot coal you're holding on to is just burning you. So let go of the coal, and you will feel the lift of mental burdens. You may also notice your body thanking you through health benefits of forgiveness. Like I was saying, the lower stress levels, the healthier heart, the higher pain tolerance, the lower blood pressure, and even the extended life. The next time someone upsets you, remember to forgive if you want to live a happier and healthy life. So here's a forgiveness tool that you can use. Let me shut off these notifications. They drive me nuts, especially when I'm recording. How many of you heard of the Ho'oponopono prayer or the Ho'oponopono meditation or the mantra? How many of you have heard of that? Yeah? Carol says yes. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a little background. This is a tool that you can use every single day. Awesome. And Sylvia, have heard of it? Yes. Great. Do you use it? I want to give this to you. I want you to first get a little bit of the backdrop of it, and then use this for yourself. So this is a really powerful tool. So the modern Ho'oponopono is an adaptation of the ancient Hawaiian problem-solving technique that allows subjects working with therapeutic or wellness providers to emotionally and mentally let go of consciousness and subconscious memory. During the process, you are able to connect to and experience a euphoric awakening, connecting to the divine and receive spirit inspiration while clearing away limiting beliefs. Ho'oponopono uses a 4-phrase mantra to clean the data of your memories and help you take 100% responsibility for everything in your life, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. You will always experience a reality that is equal to your own energy. So let me just share a little bit about that. Like I was saying, when you cannot, or you're having difficulty not being able to forgive the past or yourself, and that's replaying in your subconscious mind, everything inside of you has an energy to it. Even the words that you speak, there's an energy behind it. So when you have this energy, in your body, this is what comes out, right? And so then you attract more of it. I like to visualize it and say it's like a boomerang. Your energy is like a boomerang. What energy you put out comes back to you. So if you clear out all of the limiting beliefs and all of the past emotional childhood wounds, and so now you're putting out this high vibe frequency, this energy, then you get that back in your life. That's when you're manifesting like crazy and good things are happening and you're surrounded by amazing people and just, it's a wonderful life. But if you're still holding on to the grudges from the past, childhood stuff or anger, resentment towards somebody, that is an energy that you're putting out into the world. And then what you get back is a replica of what you are feeling inside of you. So that's why I want to clear all this out so that you don't have that. All right. Okay, so like I said, we have an energy field that exists in and around the body. So due to the past traumas and emotional baggage, certain unwanted energetic patterns remain with us. The Ho'oponopono technique allows you to completely heal these energetic disturbances. There truly is no such thing as an external reality. All you have to do is heal your inner state, your inner being. Okay, so here it is. And I'll copy and I'll paste it, put in the chat for you so that you could do that too. Also, by the way, I don't know if you know this. Anne says she uses it. Awesome. Okay. The three little dots that go across in the chat, if you click on that, it'll say at the top, it'll say save chat, which will allow you to save everything that I'm putting in here. Just wanted to share that with you in case you wanted to save it, because I'm going to copy and paste some stuff in here. Okay, so here it goes. Here's the 4 key phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I need to take a sip of my tea. So let me paste that into the chat there for you. So you can copy and paste it or just save the chat. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Okay. So why don't we do this together? Why don't we start using this right now? So here's a few ways you can use this for yourself. In the morning when you do your morning routine and you're meditating, you can use these 4 phrases. You also can record your own voice on your phone and use it that way. There's an app called, let me find it, hold on. Audio Loop. I'll show it to you. Audio Loop. And the Audio Loop is where you can record your own voice and then it'll loop it so that you're hearing the same thing over and over again. Okay, you could do it that way. You could also go on YouTube and type in this 4 phrase. Actually, I have a friend who has an amazing one. Let me give that to you too. Her name is Sandra, and her voice is so soothing, and the background noise is Ho'oponopono meditation. I resonate with it. Hopefully you will too. If not, there's like a million on YouTube that you can use. Here it is. Sandra Rolus, R-O-L-U-S. So let me copy this for you, the link, and share that with you. All right, copy and paste right here. There's that YouTube of my friend Sandra. All right. So let's do this together. Oh, geez. That's my YouTube. Okay. Didn't mean for that to come on. Let's all do this together. So I'll guide it, of course. So what you do is, Oh, cool. Actually, there's more history to that. That's just really a glimpse, Evelyn, of what I just shared with you. It's, you know, who goes into it deeply is Dr. Joe Vitale, Vitile. He goes into it too. He teaches it as well. He has a course. Um, it's like $40 to be a Ho'oponopono person, certified person to teach it. It's a poor phrase, but it's really deep. Right now, I'm literally giving you like just the top of it. I'm sharing just the top of it with you. So yeah, it's really deep. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get comfortable and close your eyes. And let's take some deep breaths in and exhale them out. And as you take your breaths in, I want you to visualize the color pink, which is the international color of love. And as you exhale, I want you to drop everything in your body, starting at your head, your shoulders, drop your jaw. Just drop your arms, get comfortable, just let your body get heavy. Let it all sink into the seat underneath you. Take another deep breath in and exhale it out. And you can start saying these mantras in your head as fast or as slow as you want. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let that sit and repeat. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You could even place your hands over your heart to connect with your heart, to have this be even more meaningful for you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Whatever emotions come up, just let them come up. Whatever you feel, let it be. Don't judge it. Don't criticize it. Just honor it. Let it come up. Just observe it. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let's go a couple more times and see what shows up for you. Any emotions come up, just let them. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let the emotions come up. And if you're not having emotions, that's okay too. Don't judge. Let it be. One more time. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Sit with that. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Remember the color pink as you're inhaling. Visualize that color pink going in. And as you exhale, I want you to visualize like a smoky gray color coming out. One more time. Inhale. This time hold it. Hold it at the top. Visualize that color pink. And exhale. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and tell me, how did that feel? Did anything come up? Did nothing come up? Did it feel weird? It was good. Awesome. Panic. Oh, interesting, Evelyn. Were you able to, did you judge that feeling or did you just let it be? That's really important. Just let it be. Oh, awesome. I love that. Because we're so quick to judge ourselves, right? Gosh, we could be our worst critic. Yeah, that's awesome. Good. All right, my loves. Tiredness. Someone needs a nap. Oh, yeah, this is good. All right. So what I want to share with you next is need to sleep. Yeah, me too. The energy has been heavy lately, right? Can you feel it in the air? It's today or yesterday, I was really tired. I felt really tired, like I needed to take a nap, which is unusual. And I think like last week, again, has anybody else been feeling the energy around us shifting, going into the highs and lows? It's crazy. All right. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Lauren says, I'm talking to my inner child. Yay. Yay. That's beautiful. Give that inner self the attention that she didn't get when she was. I love the hands over the heart too, because that connects. Just feeling your heartbeat, just so connecting and honoring yourself and honoring where you've been, how far you've come, and having the faith to continue on. So here's what I want to share with you next. This Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm opening up my group coaching call to anybody who wants to join us. So what it is it's the 12th week of my 12-week program based off of my book called Empower the Woman Within. And the book is based off of my life, of what happened, the traumas and the dramas that I went through in that 22-year relationship, and how I manifested this life that I have now with time freedom, financial freedom, healthy relationships, just like a dream. Because from where I was to where I am now, it's literally a dream. So I'm opening up that call for you. All you have to do is put your email address and your name in, and you'll get the details to the call. So one of my favorite parts to coaching is showing people how to manifest their dream life. Like I was sharing with you in the beginning of this call, not only marrying the man of my dreams, my soulmate, but also I manifested so much more. I manifested, wasn't even asking for it, it just showed up, which was I paid for the wedding venue, and it was to hold 200 up to 200 people. The reason I didn't get the big venue with the stunning ocean views and all that, because there was a $10,000 minimum food charge, and I don't have 10,000 people, like $10,000 worth of food to feed people. So I was like, that's too much. But what I manifested was that venue without the $10,000 minimum charge. So the venue holds 3 times the amount. It had stunning ocean views. Like I said, I wasn't even asking for it. So one of my favorite things to teach is how to manifest your dream life. I also manifested my dream wedding band when they said it was impossible to get during COVID-19 because the jewelry store was up in New York and they were only working, they were behind in work because of everything that was going on. And the wedding band that I picked out, which was half of the wedding band that I ended up with, at no extra charge. So double the diamonds, double the band, no extra charge. So I love sharing the process of how I was able to manifest this entire everything with you. So that's what the call is about on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to show you how to manifest anything that you desire in your life. And I want to show you how I created my dream life, how I went from a miserable, toxic relationship where I was crying myself to sleep every night to marrying the man of my dreams. I want to show you how my clients get results. Like I was saying earlier, having a smooth divorce from her high confrontational husband. This particular client that I'm talking about, the abuse between her husband and her was emotional, but it was escalating into physical. So to have a smooth divorce from a person like that, crazy. You rarely hear this, right? How she got everything she asked for the divorce, manifesting the top company that she wanted to work with, doubling her income. And my favorite one of all, drum roll please, was meeting the man of her dreams in the middle of a pandemic. Which is ultimately like what we all want, right? Even if you've been through the crap before, you want to share your life with somebody, your best friend that you can travel with and have dinners with, and even just coming home from work and being able to share your life with somebody. So I want to show you how I did that. I want to show you all the things that I just shared with you, how in the middle of a pandemic, I had my dream wedding on the North Carolina beach with 100 guests when everybody was like panicking. Oh my God, Denise, is this going to happen? I was like, you're damn right it is. So if this sounds something like you want to learn how to do, then that's my invitation to you, is to my group coaching call this Monday, the 19th at 7 p.m. So it's completely free. There's no strings attached. You just come to the call, you just show up and hear how I manifested my dreams. So all you have to do is, let me get the link for you really quick. In the meantime, let me see, do you guys have any questions? Oh, sweet, Carol, thank you. Oh, you already gave me your emails. Wonderful. Okay, I'll copy and paste those. Let me put the link in here just in case. I would love for you to be and learn how to manifest anything that you want. And no matter what you've been through, just to know that it's 100% possible. That's why I share like the crappiest things that have happened to me, to show you like you can do this too. You can have this too. All right, let me do this to everyone. And there's that link for you. It's super simple. It's not even an opt-in page. It's just put your name and your email address and you'll get the notifications and it's all yours. All right, my loves, does anybody have any questions about how to forgive what you cannot forget? Let me know. You can take yourself off of mute. This is the Q&A part where I love to answer your burning questions. Or you could type it in the chat. If you don't want to say anything, type it in the chat and I'll answer it from the chat.
Denise, I just want to thank you. I have a meeting to get to and I have to take a bus.
Okay.
And I apologize for tapping out early, but I really appreciate this today. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better and discovering more about what I can learn from you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. I understand cutting out. I'll see you again. Have a great day.
Namaste.
You too. Anybody else have questions or any coaching on this? Let me know. This is your time. If not, we'll end the call.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Okay, so I love the mantra. I was wondering if you could explain to us when you would advise we use it.
Every day.
Every day, but okay. It's like the serenity prayer, right? I do that every day. But I suppose I was just thinking, for someone that doesn't have a daily practice yet, you know, whenever I'm upset with something outside of myself, I could use this prayer, which is how I use it.
Mm-hmm.
So someone in my family does something that I feel is hurtful and, you know, victim, and when I'm in the victim thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can forgive them and I can also forgive myself in this, using this prayer, this mantra, for having those thoughts, for having those feelings. Yeah.
Yeah, Louise Hay, she explains it so well. Does everybody know who Louise Hay is? she's not with us anymore, but
I do.
You do, yeah. She's like the godmother of personal growth. So if you don't know who she is, get to know her. But the way she explains it, forgiveness, is so beautiful. So she says, visualize, okay, so the person that you want to forgive. So I'm just going to throw an example out there. Maybe it's your mom. Visualize your mom as a little child, and visualize your mom as a little child who was hurt in her life, right? And only knows how to be this way because of what she was taught in her life, right? So when you can visualize these mean, toxic people as children, because we all started off that way, it's very helpful, and it helps the process for you to forgive that person, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. Because again, I'm not gonna lie, forgiveness, I'm reading what's in the text here. Forgiveness can be difficult. Like, let me give you an example. When I started my healing journey and I had to forgive my ex, my response was, I was pissed. I was like, why do I need to forgive him when he's the one who cheated? He's the one who lied. He's the one who gave me STDs. He's the one, blah, 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 right? Why do I have to forgive him? And so essentially I was pointing the finger at him. I was blaming him, and I didn't want to look at myself and what was my part in the relationship or take responsibility for anything of my part in the relationship. I just wanted to shift it all onto him, and basically, have that feeling of he doesn't deserve forgiveness because of what he did. But once I went through the process of, okay, but who's this hurting? Because I was in North Carolina here, he was in Florida, he's going about his life, going about his day, and I'm still here stuck with this hurtful past story that I'm holding on to. So when I was dating, I was attracting the same type of person as my ex, and emotionally unavailable, just a user and all of that. So when I started to look at the way my life was now at that time, and that's not what I wanted, because I was noticing that one thing, that I was attracting versions of my ex. And I was like, oh, no, we're not going down that route again. So that's when I started to think, okay, well, if I don't want to attract somebody like that, I don't want to repeat what I've been through, how do I change that? So it started with looking at him, because he did share with me some stories of his childhood, how his parents were abusive to him, how his parents, used him as a toy, a tool, and just hurt him so bad. So I would see him as this little boy that was being abused by his parents in many ways, and how that little boy felt. And once I tapped into that little boy, then it was easier for me to forgive that little boy that had been through so much hurt. Because we've all been through hurt in our lives. We've all either been said things that were mean, or we've been in these raised in these toxic families, or abused to unthinkable things. But one thing that's always true for us is we all started off as these innocent little babies. And then we get this fork in the road, and we either go, well, I was abused, so I'm going to never experience that abuse again. So I'm going to abuse people, right? And that's how toxic people turn to toxic people. Or we say, I've been abused before, and I know how much it hurts, and I never want anybody to feel that again. And so we go down this route. And those are usually the empaths. I have a lot of empathic clients. So there's the fork in the road, and we go to either one we choose. But either way, we started off as this little innocent child who was hurt repeatedly. So that's one of the things that I use to tap into, so that I can forgive quicker, easier. And then also when it comes to the supreme forgiveness, which is forgiving yourself, you do the same thing. You look at yourself as that child. I have a picture of me on my desk that I every day I look at her I was 4.5, just over 4 years old there in that picture. And I stare into her eyes and I look at her and everything that she had been through. And that makes it easy to forgive myself for all the things that I thought I was doing the right thing with, like staying in that relationship for so long. And as a result, my children went through traumas and dramas and still are working through that to this day. They're in their 20s. But when I look at that little girl in front of the Christmas tree and how happy she was and how giddy she was and how loving she was, then that's easy for me to say, to forgive that part of me and say, you were just doing the best that you could. You didn't know any better. Because my thought process when I was married was, stand by your man and not give up so easily. So that's why I stayed. So when you do that, it helps tremendously for you to be able to forgive. Is that helpful? Good. Awesome. I love that. Okay, Carol says, I'm trying to get out of being in a default state of anger about relationship hurt. I have to leave. Oh, okay. At 1:45. Okay. Okay, Carol. I think Carol gave me her email. Yep, she did. All right. So those of you who left your email, I've already put you in the registration. So you should get that. And does anybody have anything else that they want to share or ask or need coaching on? Okay. Well, then that completes our call. Thank you so much for showing up. And if you're going to be on the call Monday, that's awesome. I'll see you then. If not, I think I'm going to be teaching Mia's classes. I hope so. But if not, I'll see you around. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.